everyone, and welcome to I hit my hat. Welcome to a brand new floor plan challenge. This is one of my favorite challenges to do in The Sims 4 because I find that when I copy other floor plans or I'm inspired by other floor plans, I end up making really different and creative homes to what I would usually make. So I find this to be really good. But anyway, let's jump straight into it. So this floor plan was sent to me by Holly on Twitter. Thank you very much, Holly, for sending this in. And it is a 2-story house with a garage at the front. Now the garage at the front, I decided to knock out. I've drawn it on the floor plan that we're putting down right now, but we get rid of it just because we don't have drivable cars in The Sims 4. I tend to just not play with garages. I know some of you guys will still put toy cars in there or whatever, but for me, I just don't like having cars in my houses. So I'm gonna knock that out. So we're going to say that we are very closely inspired by this floor plan and we copy most of it, but we're going to make a few little alterations here and there, such as the pool and how that's sitting. I thought it looked pretty cool with like the diagonal along the wall. We're also going to make a few changes to some of the bedrooms because some of the bedrooms turned out way bigger than they were on the floor plan. So I'm kind of thinking that we somewhat failed at the floor plan challenge because I did get a lot of the scale wrong. But then at the same time, I think we also did pretty well with building a unique house that I'm really happy with. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it, and it is on the gallery at the moment, available for download, I think. So if you want to download it, my username is Deligracy, and it will use a little bit of custom content in it. What custom content am I using? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm using the new pack from Harry. Harry is a great custom content creator and she's made these beautiful kitchen counters, which you will see shortly. And I believe she's just released them or they're just coming out for her Patreons. So anyway, skipping ahead, this is the finished exterior of the house, which I think it looks pretty cool. We were a little bit inspired by homes in Palm Springs. So there's like the mid-century stonework on the exterior. We've got some plain white walls. We've got some lighter woods as well and the light roofing. And then this is the kitchen I was just talking to you about. So these are gorgeous new counters. I love them so much. I think they look so good. And they come in lighter wood tones as well, which I love as well. And I think I also used a couple of the curtains from the Kitchen Stuff Pack, which is also by Harry. And that was a collaboration too that she did. So both kitchens are worked on by Harry and they look pretty freaking awesome. So yeah, this kitchen, I like that this kitchen actually has a very slight retro feel, but at the same time it's very sleek and modern because the island benches have like a vertical line pattern to them and they also have curved edges on the end pieces. So I thought that was really nice. And I thought for this build, I would do a dark flooring color scheme because so much of the time I do love to use light woods just because that is my personal taste. If I was building a house, I would love to have light wood flooring in it because that's my personal taste. But when I was building this on live stream, a few viewers were like, let's do dark flooring for a change. You don't do that very often. Have the light wood on the outside. And I was like, you know what? Sounds good to me. So we're using concrete, obviously in the lounge room, and then we'll also have the darker floorboards through a lot of the rest of the house. So concrete, I don't know if I'd actually like to have concrete in a home in real life. I really, really like the way it looks, but I don't know if I think it's very practical, especially if you have family and pets. Or, I mean, if you're a bit older as well, or you have any injuries, I feel like concrete would be really hard on your body when you walk around it every single day. Because I used to live in an apartment that was on like the 5th floor, I think, and it wasn't very well made because it had floorboards, but they were very thin on top of a concrete slab. And the heels of my feet would get so sore. I had to wear little slippers because just walking around on the concrete all day in my house, in the kitchen, doing whatever, doing the washing, just walking around really hurt. So ever since that experience, I'm like, I don't know if I'd want concrete flooring anymore. Also, if you had kids and they're running around and like tripping over on concrete, they could like crack their head open or, you know, pets, it could be bad for their joints. I'm just not an advocate for concrete flooring anymore, but in The Sims 4, I think it looks really nice. Aesthetically, it looks nice, and I feel like my Sims are gonna be pretty happy walking on it. I don't think they're gonna have any problems. So it's funny how sometimes when I play The Sims, I actually think realistically if it would be practical or not. And it's kind of nice doing something that I wouldn't like in real life either, because it doesn't matter in the game, so that's cool. This little entrance area was a very awkward shape and size, and I was trying really hard to make the rug fit in a symmetrical position right in front of the door. But in the end, it's too hard to fit lounge chairs in there with this orientation, so I'm pretty sure we have to push it back just a little bit. And lots of plants here too. I also wanted this house to feel a little bit minimal, so we don't have a whole heap of clutter, or not every nook and cranny has something in it. I kind of stripped it back a little bit and simplified it. And the reason for this is, oh, I just skipped ahead for that little lounge room bit at the entrance there, but you can see what it looks like. I guess my reasoning for that is, one, because it was a pretty big build and it took a long time to build and then furnish, so I wanted to do the furnishing a little bit more simply. But also because I feel like if you download a house, sometimes it's nice to not have too much of the furniture to change and remove or move around. So that's also why I've kind of kept it a bit minimal too, so you can shape it and mold it to whatever your family wants it to be. There's also a whole heap of different packs used in this as well. So most people don't have all the packs, so if you're missing bits and pieces, it's easy to replace the pieces that are missing as well. And we have been using a lot of eco lifestyle wallpapers and furniture, just because whenever we have a new pack, and I like the items in the pack, I'm often very tempted to use them. So we're going to be using these new gray wallpapers, some of the different exposed woods. Right now in the bedroom, I am having a little bit of trouble with the color scheme. I was like, maybe we could go with blues or greens. I just wanted some kind of color in the room originally, and I just felt like it wasn't working. I was looking very gray. So we're going to brighten up the whole space soon. We're going to be putting in some bright white, panels of wood. And I think it turns out pretty good having more of a brighter room down here. And I think in the end, we're going to have we have 2 double bed bedrooms with en-suites that are really sizey. And then we have also a twin kids bedroom. And then we have a bedroom with a toddler bed and a child's bed. So you could either have the kid as a toddler, and then they have their big bed in there as well, or you could have a toddler and a child. So this house could potentially sleep up to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Sims if you wanted to. So plenty of bedrooms, plenty of space, and there's even an office downstairs that could be easily changed into a bedroom as well. So you could have a butler sleeping in your house too, or have kids that don't need to share bedrooms. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, when I was in this bedroom, I was going to make it have blue walls, so it started looking very beachy, and I just felt like it looked too beachy. So we've gone back to like a white and brown aesthetic. It might remind you a bit of like white and dark chocolate, or white and milk chocolate, I don't know. And also the flooring isn't concrete, that is a carpet. I'm not sure if you guys can see the texture on all of your devices, but that is not a concrete bedroom, that is a carpeted bedroom, so that's nice. I also love building on diagonals. Like, it's a love-hate relationship for me. I find that building on diagonals is really, really difficult to furnish because a lot of the furniture doesn't sit properly on a diagonal. A kitchen on a diagonal is really, really hard, trying to put all of the counters in a nice, design, and then have them all line up perfectly and have all the appliances set up nicely as well. I think kitchens on a diagonal are a nightmare. But if your house just works nicely, like has some straight rooms that maybe the kitchen would go in, and then the other bedrooms might be on an angle, it makes the house look so dynamic and so realistic. I love it so much. So I enjoy when a floor plan has a nice big angle to it like this one. But it's a pretty big house. Over here, across from the master bedroom, I decided to put in a home office. So these Sims probably work from home, which is very handy at the moment whilst we have a worldwide pandemic. So there's also an entrance to that office from the front balcony, so you wouldn't have to like go through their private bedroom to get to the office if they were having people come in, which is good. So this office, I thought it would be a little bit of fun to have a bold green wall. Not for everyone, definitely not, but I was inspired a little bit by IKEA catalogs when they use a lot of bold, bright colors. But I decided just to tone it down a little bit by choosing a slightly darker green. And then because we do have such a bold wall, I thought it's best to kind of keep the furniture pretty simple in here, blend in a lot of the shelving and the coffee table and the legs on the lounge area. But then we do have a lighter wood tone for the desks, so it does warm it up a little bit. And then in the center of the room, I was like, what did I put here? There's like so much space to fly and dance around. So I thought it'd be cute if maybe this was a spot where the kids could play a little bit. So I've put a toddler table here, so the toddler, like someone working at the computer, can still keep an eye on their toddler in the room working from home. And there's also the parenthood board on the wall there too, so you can check on curfews or set a curfew, make sure your kids come home on time. A few paintings as well. I have no idea what job they have. Oh, did I get rid of the toddler table? I thought I left the toddler table, but that's right, I did end up getting rid of it and putting the foosball table there instead. So you could put a toddler table there for sure. But I suppose I thought maybe you wouldn't want to have a toddler in the office. Perhaps not. Anyway, moving on to the next bedroom upstairs. So this is another double bedroom at the top of the staircase. And this bedroom, I really loved this bed. I loved the colors of the bed, having, again, those warm brown colors. Very 70s vibe to it, I think. And I was thinking, oh, maybe we should do a bit of blue, maybe we should use some stone, maybe we should start using a whole different stone downstairs, which I think was a good call. I think it's better than the subway tiles that are already in the bathrooms. And then I was just struggling. I was like, what? It's so hard to make a room a bright color and still make it look very clean, modern like the rest of this build. It's like you got to find that healthy balance, which is quite difficult. So in the end, I decided to make this room quite dark in a way. This is very different to the other rooms. So your sim that might inhabit this room could be a little more hardcore style. Maybe, I mean, they could be any age really. You could easily change the wallpaper, the gray wallpaper, to brighten it up instantly, and it will still go with everything in the room. So I decided to make it into more of a tech focused sim. Maybe they have a YouTube channel, they use this as a studio as well. They're very organized and clean. And yeah, then I was like, oh, I guess we could have like a bright chair in the corner. So that's a bit of fun. Hopefully we keep the pop of yellow. I think we do. Because you gotta have some color in there somewhere. I mean, if you're gonna have a dark room, why not just have a big color hit in one spot? Because it'll go with everything in the room already. And then these are some motivational posters that pigs do fly. That is the picture of a pig flying. That's excellent. And my favorite paintings on the wall. Oh, we just went away from it, but the contemporary painting with like the block colored squares on it. I really like that painting. So now this would be the main master bedroom. Oh my gosh, so we actually have 3 double beds. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 double bedrooms, then we have 2 more kids' rooms. So there's 5 bedrooms in this house. Potentially 6 if you turn the office into another bedroom. That's a lot of bedrooms. So this is the master bedroom, and this bedroom obviously needs to feel a little bit more grand than the rest of the bedrooms in the house. So there is a hot tub on a beautiful balcony out the back. That balcony isn't on the original floor plan, but I think it looks pretty good. And then they have a nice ensuite. And then I think there's going to be another skill building gym room across the way as well. So one person lives from home and has the office connected to the bedroom. And then this this person upstairs, they have a gymnasium across from them. So maybe they're a movie star, maybe they're into sports, or maybe they just like to keep up with their health and fitness and focus on that a lot. But there is a whole room gymnasium that you could turn into an art studio, a tech room. There's so many different options there. And those curtains on the back wall, those are from the Kishen stuff pack, so that's pretty good. Sorry about that, James was just coming in the room then. So yeah, this is pretty much the master bedroom. And then I did decide to use the lighter colors in this bedroom again. So I went with the blue color that I was tempted to use in the downstairs bedroom, where we ended up having green colors, because I just came back to it. I was like, no, I still want the powder blue. In terms of our wardrobes, if this room wasn't on an angle, I would have really loved to use the walk-in wardrobes from Get Together, but they do not work on an angled room. The wall won't work properly with them. So I had to use these dresses. I forget which pack these dresses are from. They might be City Living, I'm not sure. But anyway, we've got a dresser here. Then we also have another lounge room on the top of the staircase. What do you call it? The stair landing. There's going to be a little bit of a couch area there as well, I think, from memory. And then I also love how this wardrobe has brown detailing on the front of it. I thought it tied in really perfectly to the rest of the building, or the rest of the bedroom, which is really nice. And then there was just a little bit of experimenting with whether or not we had more feature walls, and I can easily go a little bit over the top with feature walls, but I held back a bit. I was like, no, realistically, not many rooms have a feature wall, so let's just keep it simple. And I also wanted this master bedroom to have a nice area where there's a big TV, so you could sit in the private room and have your TV on and a couple of armchairs. In all honesty, you'd probably not want armchairs. You'd probably want something you could lie down on in the bedroom, or have the bed closer to the TV. But in Sims, I decided to put chairs there that they can sit in. And those are some of my favorite chairs. They were from, I think, were those chairs from the bowling stuff pack? They're my favorite armchair. I love those armchairs. And I also love this little poof thing in the middle that was from, I think, Tiny Living stuff pack, I think. One of the best stuff packs. Definitely a good one. And then over here, like I said, this is their gymnasium area. So I kept this super simple. We're just gonna put some mirrors up on the back wall, like most gyms would have, so you can keep an eye on how you're moving and what you look like. And then we've got like a little boxing area, a yoga mat. But like I said, you can do anything you want with this in terms of turning it into a skill building room. Whatever fits your family storyline. I think this house will be pretty versatile. And then over here we have the last 2 bedrooms to furnish. So I decided to just go crazy with this one. We're just going all purple and pink power. So we've got the big kid bed and the little toddler bed. So sometimes people like to have the big bed with the toddler bed. So when the toddler ages up, it's already ready to go. And then others like to just have one bed at a time. So you do whatever you want. But I thought purple would be fun, just to go super matchy-matchy with it. And we're just gonna put a whole heap of kid toys and toddler toys in here, so they have lots to do. It would be really cute if you had siblings though, where there's a kid and a toddler. I think that would be cute. And then we've also got these fun flower rugs, and also a cats and dogs rug in the corner there with a big paw print. Little toddler toilet in the bathroom. I think there's like 6 bathrooms in this in this house, which is pretty fun. Then we have the toddler stuff pack dollhouse here, which is pretty cool. I love that design. I think if I had that when I was a toddler, it would have been the most magical mushroom looking dollhouse I've ever seen. I remember I used to love Polly Pocket, and you'd get these like Polly Pocket things that you opened, and their whole house can be like closed up and opened up. And it kind of reminds me of one of them, but on a massive scale. I love it. Then a toy box, couple of posters and pictures on the walls definitely make it feel a little bit more complete. And in the end, I thought it was nicer to have the floorboards in this room. It just made it look a bit nicer and warmer, perhaps? I don't know, I just thought it looked better. I also love these measuring wall decals so they can measure their height as they grow. Unfortunately though, the Sims only grow between toddler, well I guess baby, toddler, child, and teen, right? Toddler, child, teen. So they only really need 3 notches on the wall and then they're an adult. I mean, then they're a teenager, which is the height of an adult. This other room, I thought we would go with a color combination of blue and orange because those 2 beds had the same wood coloring but different doona covers. So we used some Moschino pack wallpaper with those dynamic shapes on them. Then we've got the blue wall, the orange wall. We're gonna have orange rugs. We've got the space height decal, some Strangerville posters, which I think look pretty cool. Some cat posters, you know. Everyone's gonna have a cat poster, right? Actually, I think it's a dog poster. And then over here, I thought it would be nice if these kids could face each other whilst they study at a desk. So we're gonna have a couple of desks in there as well. A dresser in the corner. I think that's City Living dresser from memory. And yeah, here are our 2 little desks. I loved the teal color of those desks, actually. I almost was tempted to change the entire room coloring to teal and orange or teal and another color. But then I thought, oh no, then I have to have boring beds and I wanted to have the fun doona covers, basically. So yeah, this is basically the house and let's jump into a proper tour of the whole home to see what it looks like. All right, so here is the completed house from the front. I think it looks cool. It's definitely different to my other houses. And Johnny Zest has been moved into this home. Let me just scroll out a little bit so you can see the sides of it. The back of it's kind of cool. It's got this nice garden area and we are in Oasis Springs. So when you place this house in any other world, the coloring's going to look a little bit nicer probably because it always gives it a bit of an orange tone. Although, because it's the morning, it's pretty true to color. But it's nice. It's got this little fountain next to the pool, great outdoor space. I think there's a little bit of curtain there poking through the wall, my bad. Uh-oh, I botched some of the wallpaper here. Oh no. This is why it's important to tour your homes because you can see what you've done wrong. And there was one black window here, which I thought some of you guys may have an issue with that, but it's because the interior wall, it looked better on. And I don't know. Easy to change though, easy to change if everyone wants it to look a little different. But anyway, let's go through, let's poke our head into the office room here. Pretty cool, so you can go have a meeting, play some foosball in there. And then we go through the big door, which I absolutely love. And this is our entrance room, very simple, very clean. We'll go through this door if we ever get there. And here we go. So this is the downstairs master bedroom. This could actually be a really good guest room as well. It's got access to the pool. It's very simple. And obviously through this big door is the office. And through here is a simple bathroom. So that's good. If we walk across here, you can look outside to the pool. Very nice. And then this opens up to our kitchen area just over here. So it's a nice big open floor plan. Oh my gosh, I just realized I totally forgot to put a dining table in here. Are you serious? I totally forgot one. Okay, I quickly put a dining table in because we cannot not have a dining table. I mean, obviously the space was there to have one, but I just for some reason forgot to put it in. So this is the kitchen area. I happen to really love these lights that are over the counter. This is the custom content kitchen counter, which I think looks flawless in this. I think it looks amazing. We've got a little area in here where you could probably put a laundry if you were wanting that with your laundry day stuff pack. Nice lounge room with a TV and fireplace over here. If we go into this room right here, this is the dark room, I guess we can call it. There's a wardrobe in here because it's not on an angle. Big ensuite, very nice. The toilet's kind of just back to there in the corner. So the floor plan is quite interesting. It's definitely not a floor plan I would have done. And then just behind here, this is the main bathroom that folks can go into. So then our pool area is out here, beautiful. You got your your barbecue area so you can have all your friends round. I mean, you can't really right now because most of the world is quarantining, I guess. Then up the stairs we go, and this is the landing. So this is where we have yet another lounge room, a nice little chess table over there. If we go through this door, we have our beautiful big master bedroom. I think this bedroom looks very nice. I would love to have this myself. Another hot tub on the balcony. They have 2 hot tubs. Through here's another very simple bathroom, the lovely bathtub. Through here, we have our home gym, which is handy dandy. And then if we go back into the big space, we have a piano in the corner, which sits there beautifully. I love that. And then this is a kid's bedroom. They also have some projects out on the balcony. Pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of mistakes actually. I've just noticed another wallpaper out of place. I did spend a long time on this, so I'm surprised I made so many slip-ups. I guess it was late at night. Then we've got the bathroom over there. And then last of all, just here next to the piano, we have our very purple room. So this is like, whoa, not like any other part of the house. This room is, yeah, full on, but you know what? It's a bit of fun. So that's basically the whole house, you guys. Let me know if you like it in the comments below. Download it if you feel you want to. And yeah, as always, I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I'll speak to you soon. Tack, tack.